Hi there, Alec from VacuumSpot here. Today I'm having a quick look at a Miele S5311. Doesn't sound very good. In fact, you'd probably say it sounds quite bad. No surprise, what we're going to be doing is swapping out a motor. I think really, if you have a bit of a look in here, you'll see the reason for needing a new motor. They've obviously had a burst bag, and I don't know how you get that much crud in there and what looks like nails. I don't know. That's really poorly looked after. But anyway, that doesn't matter because after we fix it, it'll be fixed. So let me just quickly clean out this little bay. Okay, we're going to remove the filter as well. Wow, so much muck. As we open that up a little bit more, I'll get more of it out because I can see that even inside the motor bay, there's loads and loads of material that's just filled up the cavity. So let's get into it. Now this isn't, anytime you're doing a motor, we're not talking about a beginner's repair, so this really is intended to show other technicians if they haven't done a Miele for the first time, but if you're suitably skilled or qualified, fantastic. Okay, now the back end of the Miele's comes apart, let's see, I haven't done this one for a little while, but here we go. Okay, so it's these teeth here and here that are holding that little lever in. So it's just gently lifting it up and it should come out pretty easy. Okay, now these ones are a little bit different to remove here. What we do is we undo them at the one end, either the back or the front. Okay, so once you've got the back end lifted up, you just wiggle it forward like that, and we'll repeat the same process. So you're just going to get in there and just lift up, wiggle it forward. Now grab out your springs because they're going to fly out later on anyway, and actually now that we've got the levers off, we can slide the screwdriver down in here and remove the two middle screws. That's one. Two. Okay. Take off our back two. Now these are all Torx screws, and number 20 Torx driver is the one that you need. Now with that up, once you push the bag holder just a little bit out of the way, it allows this whole top casing to just lift off neatly, like that. Okay, now a couple more screws to go. With the Miele's, you can lift up the whole PCB assembly it just comes up as a whole unit like this. There we go. So I'll just position that back there, nice and easy, and that shows me our remaining screws. One on the side, one right in the middle, the other side, And the last one is actually underneath the exhaust filter housing. So that just lifts off. And you can see just how much crap is in this motor bay. That's what's actually gone through the motor and was sitting underneath the exhaust filter. So it's no wonder the motor is burnt out. So with that amount of material in the engine area, I'm going to need to get rid of that. Okay, now you'll notice on the side of the machine we've actually got like a tab that has to be released on both sides, and then the inner body can just lift straight off after you unclip that. Okay, now lift off your filter and we can get access to the motor proper. Very simple with a Miele. Just lift your motor up, unclip your terminal block there, and we get ourselves a new motor. The Miele motors come complete with your rubber seals and your rubber locators, so it's just a simple matter of connecting this back on like so, and then reverse the process. So filter over the top. Oh, okay. So my camera lady is just pointing out we can probably vacuum a little bit more out. Give me one sec. Okay. On with our housing. Okay. You'll feel it and hear it lock into the tabs, and your retract should be able to move freely. So now back in with the screws. So we've got the 4 that were exposed when we removed the circuitry. So 1 in the middle, 1 on either side. And 1 in the center underneath the filter carrier, holder, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now I took that off before, so we'll stick him back on. In there. Circuits, circuit board and switch all goes back on. I just love the way, whenever you're working on one of these machines, everything just clips and locks perfectly. They're just absolute joy to work on. So now, hopefully this doesn't make a liar out of me. I will have to learn to shut up when I'm doing these things. Come on. There we go. See, just like I said, locks on, no sweat, no trouble. Alright, now screws back in here. This one you kind of put in and then lower the lid so that you can get access to the base of that. There we go. Same over this side with the lid halfway. Okay, 2 at the rear, and then we'll be home free. Oh no, 2 at the front, sorry. Okay, and the two are always either side of the bag carrier. Okay, now I did just flick off one of my parts. Alrighty, now we'll start with putting the springs back in. Let's go to those little bits there. Okay, now we reverse the process, so you've got to latch on this little tongue or locator piece and just allow it to slide back, test it. Same over here. And just slide in. Perfect as always. Now these do more or less just, with a bit of a wiggle, they just lock right in. So it's just sort of locate them in the right position. Whoop. And they should just wiggle in. Whoop. There we go. Alright, let's have a listen. Much nicer. That is a motor change on a Miele S5311. This is helpful. Please hit subscribe or like the video. If you need anything at all, just visit us at VacuumSpot. That's all. Thanks.